Hi everybody, it's Joni here at Joni's Journals. I didn't really think I was going to be able to get to doing a video today. It's been one of those mornings. As many of you might know, we just moved into our new house in November, and we have put in, because we are in Florida, and we happened to make it through Hurricane Ian back in September. We have high impact glass in our windows and in our sliding doors, and that's so that we don't have to have other hurricane protection. And some of our windows haven't been working right. So my husband figured, although he does a lot of work around here, he's done the moldings and a lot of other sorts of different things to the house, he didn't want to mess with the windows. He figured we paid a lot of money for them. Let the people that put them in or manufacture them or whoever it was come in and look everything over. So the gentleman arrived at 9:30 this morning after my husband had just run out to get some materials for a job he's doing. I'm still in my pajamas. And then my husband came back home. So that was the beginning of my morning. And then I realized I had to do my shopping list for Walmart, and I've been doing laundry. So it's gotten to be a little bit later in the day than I normally would do this. And I wanted to make up some samples of what we're going to do today. And I wanted to be sure to gather everything that I had used so that I could show you what I was using. Anyway, it's 10 to 2, and I'm hoping to get this video out this afternoon. I wasn't able to do a video yesterday, although I had wanted to. My daughter didn't work yesterday, so she was home, and we went for a day trip to do some thrift shopping. And the thrift shop we chose to go to wasn't open, so we did some other shopping instead. And so we had a very nice day. And so I didn't get to do a video yesterday. And I did my, what do you call it? My, not my entry, my part, my craft, my make, for the hashtag Creep on June, which is a collaboration with Tracy Fox and a lot of her creative team. And so I managed to get that done last night because we had a lovely dinner. And we had a lovely day in general. So I'm here today to try to show you how to make what I've made. And that is, it's also, I guess, part of the hashtag Creep on June collaboration, because it is a little bit creepy. And I used one of the background papers from Tracy Fox's Dark Compendium kit to make up the specimen slides that I want to try and complete one with you today. I haven't decorated them or anything, but as I said, it's been a crazy day. And so maybe we'll get around to that if I can tomorrow. We'll come back and we'll decorate our little specimen slides, and hopefully by then I'll have a few more made up and it'll be a little bit easier to see. All right, let's get started. What I did yesterday was I thought it would be really fun to try to stamp on vellum. Now, if you've ever stamped on vellum, you'll know that the images, unless you're using archival ink or some other kind of permanent ink, whatever you might have, it smudges. And so I said, I want to try and do this, but I want to use the permanent ink. Once I got the images stamped, I said, what am I going to color them with now? Because short of what everybody, I guess, just knows, is that Sharpies are a permanent marker, but they're also not as pretty. I mean, they make pretty colors, and if I dig through my many boxes of markers, I can probably find some. But I said, let me try my Tombos. So I grabbed a bunch of my Tombow markers in a bunch of different colors. I tried to find lighter colors, but also creepy colors because, you know, or bug colored colors, because I wanted to make the bugs look sort of like real imaginary bugs. And this is what I came up with. I stamped on vellum, as you can see. I used that stamp set that I showed everyone the other day, the Emporium. It's on my other video. And I do have to apologize. I said to get that from scrapbook.com. I didn't get it from scrapbook.com. I got it from a seller on Amazon. And I will look that up and I'll let everyone know in case anyone's interested in getting the stamp. I can try to reach it. I don't want to hit the camera. Oh, there it is. It's the Crafters Consortium, the Emporium. It's their premium collection. And although I searched the other day too, I can't find the name of it. But I do know that I watched Crafty by Tony on YouTube. And the name of it is called The Beetles. Beetles. So that's how this started. You can see I made little marks because what I did was when I was stamping my little creatures, I put them down on my mat here and I tried to center them. I used the mat and I used the squares and stuck my little bug in the center, and then I measured off in pencil. I don't know. Oh yeah, you can. I measured off in pencil where the edges of the corners were so that when I went back and cut them to use them, that I had a general idea of where they should be. As you can see, I didn't pay attention to my own rules and I went off the square. But for this, let me show you a blank one. These are the Tim Holtz, his recent set of dies that he put out. No, I can't remember what they are, and I left them on the other side of the room. And if I try to get up, I'm going to hit the camera. But these are them. This is what they look like completed. Here's the one I was going to do with us today, so I'll just show you. This little area, if you cut out a piece of whatever you want to put in there, in my case, it's the vellum, a 2x2 square will fit in there nicely. This is one of the ones, it's a moth, I guess, for lack of a better term. Can you see? Yeah, you can. And you see I colored him, whoopsie, I colored him with my markers. It fits in here nicely. And then you close it up, fits right in. And although you'll see on some of them, sometimes the little paper sticks out over the edge there, I can manage to just go back in and trim it with my scissors. But I did a 2x2 and it works. The next thing I did was I wanted them to look a little bit grungy. And so I took some of my, oh shoot, what's it called? Embossable plastic. I use this kind. It's by Judykins. I know it's a little bit expensive, but it's what I have. It's what I bought when I first started doing this. And I don't know yet. Well, I guess you can make it out. There's a little bit of a pattern in there. I embossed it. And then I used, again, a repeat. You guys are probably sick of looking at these colors. I used my alcohol ink in caramel or caramel, however you pronounce it, and ginger. And I inked them up. Now, this one is a bit darker because I forgot how to do it. I just learned 3 days ago, and I guess my brain is getting old. And so it came out very dark. The way I wanted it to come out, here's another piece I did that isn't embossed. And it's still a little dark, but if you put it up to, if you put it up, you can just make him out. And I guess however grungy you want yours to be, whatever works for you. Okay, you do you. I'll use that term. Here's another piece. Now you're going to barely be able to see a piece of paper. The color. That's the color I wanted. and it's actually using the exact same color alcohol inks. But what you do is you take a paper towel, and after you've added the ink, you just kind of wipe it off. I'd show you, but I don't have a messy mat in front of me right now to do it. And as you can see, my fingers are still a little inky because I also use my finger tools. So that was the embossing. And then you can also see, let's put him aside. I inked the edges of them. This is the one I've cut in the Tracy Fox paper. I inked the edges. I think I'm going to sneeze. Here's one with the embossed. See, you can still see through it, but it's just not perfect. But I inked all around the edges. And then what I did was I put some splotches on it. Now see my they're little tiny splotches, but it kind of makes it look grungy, and grungy's what I like. I even did them on the inside. I don't know if you can see through this one. There's a little bit, maybe not. There's splotches in the back behind the image, like this. And they do show. Here's one. This is the other one. This is done on white paper. Oh, also what I did was, I wanted, on the white ones, I wanted the background to not be so glaringly white. So I inked with my stencil, and it's the Tim Holtz, and it is THMS 142. It's a mini stencil, and it's sort of a paisley. Let me grab that piece of paper again. You can probably see it a little bit better that way. It's a paisley kind of steampunky thing. It has gears and whatever. And on the white pages, I inked it with my antique linen distress ink. I keep my little sponges Velcroed to the bottom of mine, so this way I know where they are. And on the craft stock one, I inked using the same stencil, again, in walnut stain. Can you see that? These are my minis. I find that I have so many that I just said I gotta use them. Okay, where was I? Oh, my little splotches. Everybody that I've been watching lately has this awesome stamp, and it just makes these like coffee splotches. And I knew it was the Tim Holtz one, the tiny mushrooms, I believe it's called. And I went back to buy it, and the price had gone up. So I said, I want splotches. What am I gonna do? So back to Amazon, and I got these cute little things. I think it only cost me, less than $7. And it's this little, they're tiny. They are good enough for what I want. If you look at the back, that's what they look like. And someone just rang my doorbell. Hang on.